Well, it is August 26th, but the time wasn't right. It's about 6:15 in the evening. This is the hotel we're staying at in Okinawa. It's called the Intermark Mansion. Okay, just come off the elevator on the 6th floor. That's where we're living at now, on the 6th floor. And we're in room 604. We're staying right here temporarily. This is the view from our front door area. Yep. Here we are, just outside the door. Take off your shoes. There you put your shoes at. This is the living room. This is the family. And this is the kitchen. It's supposedly made up for Americans, but as you can see by height, this is my eye level. It's kind of low. The sink is way down here. It's a gigantic sink, but you have to bend over considerably to be able to use it. Everything is made small for Japanese people, basically. Like the table is tiny. See barely fit under it. There's our refrigerator, freezer. This is only temporary quarters, though. Temporary area we stay at. And got these sliding doors here. And there's this. Here's the kids' bedroom where the kids are staying at. You can tell. It's got the rice mats on the floor. Right out there, you got the paper, like sliding paper windows there, and the outside's got a beautiful view outside there. And right this way is the bathroom. And it's pretty much ordinary. There's toilet facilities inside here. But the shower bathtub type combination is a bit strange. The Japanese usually wash off in those little bowls first, and then they get inside this kind of like a shower tub. You can use it either way. Of course, I imagine Americans all use it as a shower. But it's real deep. And it's stainless steel. We just shower in it. And the next room here is the master bedroom, where we're staying at right at the moment. It's not bad. It's adequate. It's got what we need, basically. But the best part, of course, is the outside here, the balcony area. This is what's nice. Yeah. Nice balcony right outside. Sliding glass doors here. Right on the big balcony. Nice big balcony. With a nice view. Real nice view. Beautiful view of the ocean. Pacific. background is some mountains. Of course, way out there is a nice island as well. A lot of little islands around the main island here. Directly down below us in the car. That's our van. Here's the sliding glass doors leading to the kids' room there, and then to our room. But the best part of the whole thing is that nice view.
People and businesses were seen making final preparations for the storm. Marine Staff Sergeant Rick Randall has a story on how many facets of the community were affected.
At 9 o'clock on just about any given morning, the cash registers at the Kadena Commissary are quiet. But on this particular morning, Typhoon Abe changed all of that. Nearly 2 hours before the scheduled opening, the commissary doors swung open for shoppers searching for some last-minute items to see them through the storm.
I've got to get food that's going to be prepared that you don't have to have no electricity for. You know, so your meats and your breads and things you don't have to cook with. So I'm here to do that. I'm here to pick up some diapers and necessities we need.
A half an hour after the special opening, and the word had spread to at least 200 shoppers who filed past the ID checker and filled the aisles.
So basically, I just need a few things, and I thought, well, I better get out and get them. Well, I need milk and bread, and since I'm here, I'm going to get a few more things, fresh fruit and vegetables and stuff, just in case.
Those few more things added up to quite a lot when you figure in the 2,000 shoppers who filled the store in the last 24 hours. Commissary Officer Clarence Hynett said that workers stocked the shelves throughout the night, getting ready for the Typhoon rush.
Right. Now, an all-work crew stopped last night, and they had no problem. They stopped all night. Even though the condition was Typhoon condition one, they stayed here at normal duty hours and finished stocking. The store was well prepared to open this morning when we came in.
The effects of the typhoon and the preparation involved during its approach quickly spreads beyond the commissary, though. Even the younger family members were caught up in activities.
Oh, my 8-year-old is. He's real worried. About the house being broken, about the house falling over and the windows busting, and he's saying, "Mommy, go get some emergency candles. Go get us some food. Go." He's really worried, you know, and he's really, "Oh, you got the windows taped up," you know, so it's affecting him.
Speaking of the younger family members, you'd expect that on the last days of August and the first days of the school year that the high school would be a bustle of activity. But today, that would not be the case. The halls and classrooms of Kadena High School, as well as all Dodge schools on the island, were empty, except for teachers and counselors.
This is a real breather that we need. For the classroom teacher, basically it's looking at the class lists, making sure all the materials are there, and getting caught up and getting to know those students. Right now we've been talking with individual teachers in our offices going over student records.
My daughter is a junior at the school, and she was very happy when she heard the news last night at 6 o'clock that the school was closing, and that I had to come in. I wasn't as happy as she was, but I knew it was good because there's a lot of work that we need to do.
Reporting for Island 8 News, I'm Staff Sergeant.
All Dodge schools will be closed again tomorrow due to Typhoon Abe. During tropical cyclone condition 1 caution, all expectant mothers who are due to deliver on September 7th or sooner are advised to report now to the U.S. Naval Hospital, Camp Lester. You will be boarded at the hospital throughout the emergency phase of the storm. Take all prescription medications, toiletries, and clothes.
It was located at 24.5 degrees north and 125.7 degrees east, which is 165 nautical miles south-southwest of Okinawa. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center is forecasting Typhoon Abe to be located 200 miles southwest of Okinawa by noon today. If Typhoon Abe continues to move as forecast, damaging winds of 50 knots or greater may occur from 6 this morning to 9 o'clock this evening. The strongest winds on Okinawa are expected to be 60 knots in between 6 this morning and 6 this evening. Typhoon Abe has continued to drift west-northwest since midnight with a slight increase in intensity. Stay alert for future changes to tropical cyclone conditions. The next update will be at 1 o'clock this afternoon or sooner if conditions warrant. Once again, we are still in tropical cyclone condition 1 caution.
Residents in northern Illinois are facing grim reality.
Tropical cyclone condition 1 caution. At 3 a.m., Super Typhoon Flo had winds gusting to 165 knots near its center. It was located at 24.2 degrees north and 129.5 degrees east, which is 170 nautical miles southeast of Kadena Air Base. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center is forecasting Super Typhoon Flo to be located 23 miles east of Okinawa by 11 o'clock this evening. If Super Typhoon Flo continues to move as forecast, damaging winds of 50 knots or greater may occur from 9 o'clock this morning to 3 p.m. Tuesday. The strongest winds on Okinawa are expected to be 120 nautical miles per hour at 11 o'clock tonight. Super Typhoon Flo has reached its peak intensity and has slowed its forward movement, but is still considered a serious threat to Okinawa. Stay alert for future changes to tropical cyclone conditions. The next update will be at 1 o'clock this afternoon or sooner if conditions warrant. Once again, we are now in tropical cyclone condition 1 caution.
During tropical cyclone condition 1 caution, all expectant mothers who are due to deliver within 1 week or who have been specifically advised by their physician are to report to the U.S. Naval Hospital, Camp Lester at this time. Patients should report directly to Ward 2 West. You will remain in the hospital throughout the emergency phase of the storm. Repeating, all expectant mothers who are due to deliver within 1 week who have specifically been advised by their physicians are to report to the U.S. Naval Hospital, Camp Lester at this time. Patients should report directly to Ward 2 West. You will remain in the hospital throughout the emergency phase of the storm.
Here's a severe weather safety tip from the Far East Network. Water seeping through floors, walls, or door sills is a constant threat during severe weather. That's why it's important not to handle electrical items with wet hands or while standing in water. Stay tuned to Music Radio 648 AM, 89.1 FM, or TV8.
175 knots near its center. It was located at 25.5 degrees north and 128.8 degrees east, which is 76 nautical miles southeast of Okinawa. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center is forecasting Super Typhoon Flo to be located 42 miles east-northeast of Okinawa by midnight tonight. If Super Typhoon Flo continues to move as forecast, damaging winds of 50 knots or greater will occur from now to noon tomorrow. The strongest winds on Okinawa are expected to be 120 knots at midnight. Super Typhoon Flo has strengthened slightly over the last 6 hours. Aircraft reconnaissance reports over the storm indicate a center pressure of 891 millibars, a significant tropical cyclone. Flo continues to move northward and will produce significant amounts of rainfall as it passes by Okinawa. Stay alert for changes to tropical cyclone conditions. Repeating, we are now in Tropical Cyclone Condition 1 emergency.
James?
Hardly a household name.
It's Typhoon Flo. It's about, about 9:18 at night. Got winds out here in excess of 100 miles an hour right now. Expect them to get to about 120. So it's blowing like crazy out here. Steel pole, light pole. Like crazy. So few trees around, it's really hard to tell how it's going. It's a stationary light pole there that's waving like crazy. Lights went out downstairs. They were lit a second ago, now they're out. Light poles. They went out. There were some light poles lit up down there. I guess they couldn't hang with the wind. We had this Camp Kinzer, the Typhoon.
destructive winds of 50 knots or greater within 12 hours. All personnel should remain in their quarters. All outside activities, except those in direct support of urgent military or civil missions, remain discontinued. Repeating, military installations on Okinawa have returned to Tropical Cyclone Condition 1 caution.
This is the latest bulletin on Super Typhoon Flo, compiled at 11 a.m. We are now in Tropical Cyclone Condition 1 caution. At 10:30 this morning, Super Typhoon Flo was located at 27.8 degrees north and 129.8 degrees east, which is 139 nautical miles northeast of Kadena Air Base. After veering north and coming within 62 miles of Kadena last night, Typhoon Flo continues to move away from Okinawa. Local winds are expected to gradually decrease throughout the day. Remain alert for the official announcement of conditions storm watch. The next update will be at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Once again, we are now in Tropical Cyclone Condition 1 caution.
Your drinking water supply may be interrupted.
Located at 26.8 degrees north and 127.1 degrees east, which is 49 nautical miles northwest of Okinawa. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center is forecasting Typhoon Hattie to be located 100 miles northwest of Okinawa by 3 this afternoon. If Typhoon Hattie continues to move as forecast, damaging winds of 50 knots or greater may occur from now to 1 p.m. The strongest winds on Okinawa are expected to be 65 knots between now and 1 this afternoon. Currently, Hattie is 70 miles northwest of Kadena and moving north at 12 knots. Strong winds and rain will continue until 1 this afternoon. The total rainfall from Hattie, measured at Kadena Air Base, is approximately 6 inches as of 6 o'clock this morning. Stay alert for future changes to tropical cyclone conditions. The next update will be at 1 p.m. or sooner if conditions warrant. Once again, we are still in Tropical Cyclone Condition 1 emergency.
West of Okinawa by 1 o'clock this afternoon. If Typhoon Hattie continues to move as forecast, damaging winds of 50 knots or greater may occur from now to 5 o'clock today. Hattie's northward movement has slowed down considerably in the last 3 hours. Although Hattie is moving away from Okinawa, storm watch will not be declared until winds on the island show a definite decreasing trend. Stay alert for future changes to tropical cyclone conditions. The next update will be at 7 o'clock today or sooner if conditions warrant. Once again, we are still in Tropical Cyclone Condition 1 emergency.
For a return to Condition 1, Condition 1 caution, or Condition 1 emergency, and all unnecessary outside activity should remain curtailed. Repeating, military installations on Okinawa are in a tropical cyclone storm watch.
This is the latest bulletin on Typhoon Hattie, compiled at 7 p.m. We are now in Tropical Cyclone Condition Storm Watch. At 3 p.m., Typhoon Hattie had winds gusting to 110 knots near its center. It was located at 28.2 degrees north and 127.3 degrees east, which is 115 nautical miles north-northwest of Okinawa. The Joint Typhoon Warning Center is forecasting Typhoon Hattie to be located 200 miles north of Okinawa by 6 a.m. tomorrow. Although we are in condition storm watch and Typhoon Hattie is moving away from Okinawa, gusty wind conditions will continue throughout the evening. Use caution in any outdoor activity. Stay alert for future changes to tropical cyclone conditions. The next update will be at 1 a.m. or sooner if conditions warrant. Once again, we are now in Tropical Cyclone Condition Storm Watch.
During the summer and fall months, Okinawa faces